Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Henry County Chamber of Commerce Community Dialogue. It's hosted by the Engagement and Inclusion Committee. I'm Judy McMurtry, CEO to JMSL Consultant and the committee chair of the Engagement and Inclusion Committee. I have with us today Miss Christy, who's my co-host for the Community Dialogue, and she will be introducing our special guest that we have today.
Good morning, Judy. Good to see you.
Always good to
And
see you.
yes, and so today's community dialogue, as it has been for quite a while, is sponsored by Kaiser Permanente. And so we always want to thank Kaiser Permanente for allowing us to do this community dialogue and get information out to our friends and businesses in Henry County. But we had such a good conversation last month about the new mentoring program with some mentors. We thought it would be a great idea to have mentees come. And so today we have Nolly Daly and Lisa Evans Thurston that have joined us to talk about their experience. So, Nolly, if you would like to tell a little bit about yourself, and then you can turn it over to Miss Lisa when you get through.
Wonderful. Thank you, Christy. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nolly Daly, and I am a State Farm agent. I'm located in Hampton, Georgia. Prior to becoming a State Farm agent, I worked in claims for over 16 years. And I decided that I wanted to help more people in more ways. So I decided to become a State Farm agent. This topic of mentoring is really near and dear to my heart. So I'm really excited to be here this morning. Thank you for having me, Lisa.
Good morning, everybody. I am Lisa Evans Thurston. I'm the CEO of Thurston Business Services. We provide IT project management for mid-size and up, small too, businesses. And our goal is to help our clients first understand what their goals are and then develop a clear plan, because the planning is so crucial. And then we drive the execution to complete the project. The mentoring program, when I heard about it, I thought this would be excellent. And as I have been participating, I have not been disappointed.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so ladies, both of you can answer this, but Nally, you go first, and then Lisa. So, one, how long have you been a member of the chamber? Two, and what made you decide to join the mentoring program? I know, Nally, you said it's part of your heart, mentoring. However, I just wanted to know, what inspired you to actually join this particular program for the chamber? Because it's our first mentoring program that, our inaugural. Okay, it's morning time, sorry. It's our very first program that we launched, and we just want to make sure it's a success. So we will be tweaking it as well, but we just want to hear from you.
Thank you. I have been a member of the chamber coming up on a year.
Okay.
And the reason why so I've been in several diverse mentoring programs, both as a mentee and as a mentor. The reason I chose this particular group is I spend a lot of time at the chamber. And the reason I do that is the elevated status of the group, in that the expectation, the quality of the members really set this chamber apart from other chambers that I've been a part of. Having said that, when I go to, whether it's Empower Her Coffee Hour, whether it's meeting, whatever meeting the chamber has, even if it's a ribbon cutting, it's the excellence that is demonstrated every single time. So, because success leaves clues, I want to be amongst people who are successful. And that is why I chose the Henry County Chamber mentoring group.
Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, Lisa.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Similar to you, Nolly, I've been a member of the chamber coming up on 2 years this spring. And as I was going out to ribbon cuttings and different events, I was asked to be an ambassador. And I thought, Okay, why not? And so as I started interacting with more and more people and going to events, as you said, Molly, you said it very well, the caliber of the people, not just that they're successful in business, but they're welcoming, they're very pleasant and nice. They're very willing to help. And I thought, okay, this is good. So I've stayed around. And when I heard about the mentoring program, I thought this is an opportunity for me to have a more formalized introduction to how to do what others are doing and how to take my business to the next level. And it's taken me there.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so what did you two feel about the selection process, as far as what you had to go through, your qualifications, the process of applying for the mentorship program, as well as when you attended the workshop? What are your thoughts on how structured the program is, and is it actually meeting or exceeding your expectations? Natalie.
Okay. So at first, I thought that maybe I wouldn't qualify because the requirements were kind of stringent. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that there are a lot of people in the Henry County Chamber. And I said, let me just give it a try. What I liked about it is that it's for the serious people. It's for people who are committed to their businesses and are willing to make the investment of a year because it's not an expense. And then when I looked at the requirements for the mentors, I'm like, okay, this is serious business. And I absolutely like it. I like the first meeting that we had, I was blown away. First of all, my mentor is the best mentor in the program. And the testimony of the other mentees as we were going around the room. I don't know how the chamber does this, but this match is almost like it's made in heaven, right? It's like a perfect match. I'm like, how did you know? So I would endorse this mentoring program. Like the process is very objective, and the quality of the mentors as well is top class.
Oh, thank you. Lisa.
Um, so I felt like the application process was very smooth, but what it did for me is it made me pause and think about what am I doing and what do I really want to do? And am I going to be able to contribute and get out of this what I would like to get out of it and then be able to give back? Because I feel like each one teach one, right? You come along, you learn, you reach back in or reach over and you help someone. As far as the best mentor, Molly, I'm sorry, but I feel like you have the best mentor for you, and I have to say that for me, my mentor turned out to be just coincidentally someone that I had met at the chamber. I've seen him around and I knew he was in the IT space as I am. And I wanted to meet him and talk more. I just never probably got up the courage to do it because I felt like he was a very busy guy and I didn't want to go there. But when I came into the room and I saw next to me the folder with my mentor's name on it, I went up to Judy and said, there is just no way that you would know that I was going to reach out to this person this morning because I had a question and I was going to give him a referral if he needed that one. But I didn't do it. I backed out of it. And there he was that day. So, I feel like this was really ordained because it was the perfect match for me. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of that.
Awesome. Okay, so ladies, can you reveal your mentors and their organization?
Yes,
Lisa. Okay, go ahead, Natalie.
well,
Natalie.
actually, I was going to make sure that I get the actual name correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So it is my pleasure. Here she is. It is my pleasure to say who my mentor is. Her name is Danita Dolman, and she is from the CEAS Community Partners here, and she's actually here, of course, in Georgia. And her target is management consulting, strategic planning, and program management. I actually feel honored. And one of the things in that we're talking about mentors, she actually came to my office and she says, Nali, I want to observe you in your space. I want to see how you're interacting. What is it based on what I'm trying to accomplish? And then she was able to give me feedback. And then we have an action plan going forward. So
Awesome.
my mentor, Danita Dolman.
Awesome. Lisa?
My my mentor is Morel McCrary, and Morel is the owner of Ramtech PC Solutions. And as I said before, he's been in IT for years, and he understands not only where I am, but where I'm trying to go because he's already traversed that road, right? And he's on to doing great things. Um, so when we have met, what I have found in terms of having a feel for the energy that he brings, he is very much about here is the tactical things that I do and how I do it. And you can take that and you can make it your own and be flexible and be ready to change it up and make it work for you. But I appreciate learning from him, not only what to do, because that's important, but also how to do it. The tactical piece has been really a game changer for me.
Okay, so how has it impacted your business thus far? I know we're only a month in, and I know we have a little ways to go. We got like 11 more months to go. But
Yeah.
so far, how has this impacted your business and even your mindset as far as getting you prepared for what you're trying to accomplish?
Well, since
So
I was
Mike,
talking, I can just go unless
go
you would
ahead,
like to
Okay,
Lisa.
acknowledge.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Okay.
Lisa.
No, no problem. So for me, what it has done is just what you just said, Judy. It's given me a different mindset. A lot of times I find that I can overthink things. And coming from IT and a mathematics background, I'm very like, let me look at these details. But one thing that I'm learning is to get out of my own way and to understand, just accept that you can do it.
Mhm.
It's okay, give it a try. So as I am doing that, I'm building more confidence, really, that's what it is, right? And I'm changing the mindset from, oh, I wonder if, to, yeah, I can do this. I come from a corporate background. I worked at Delta for many more years than I want to say, but and I still love Delta. But I thought, I can go out and provide my customers with the same level of care and attention and getting the job done that I have for all these years in corporate America. So that's where I am and that's what I'm doing. So just to sum it up in terms of mindset, it's more of a, hey, I did that and it worked. Let me do more.
Okay.
I can.
Awesome,
Nolly?
Lisa.
All right.
So one goal that I had was to scale my business.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about my mentor is that she does more questioning than telling. So she says, okay, let's put the customers in different buckets. There's a customer base that I struggled with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why do I struggle with even approaching this customer base? And through discovering and conversations and questioning, I realized that at the root of that was fear.
Mm-hmm.
So, in dialogue with my mentor, where is that coming from? So, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, whether it's our past, whether it's tradition, whatever it is, as business owners, there are things that hold us back and are limiting mindsets and beliefs. So she
Mm-hmm.
helped me overcome that and helped me understand the why. So I had to go back into my past. She's not a counselor, but I had to go, she took me back into my past, wherein I was able to address that issue in my past to be able to move forward and to bring my business along with me. So I have learned through my conversations with her that it's all about why.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel the way that you feel? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why? And
Mm-hmm.
until and unless we get to the root cause of that, it's going to be hard to move our businesses forward.
Absolutely. And then I have a surprise for you guys that you all agree, because this was not part of the program, but we're coming together so we could put KPI numbers to it, key performance indicators, so we can measure your performance through this whole process. So March 3rd, we meet at the chamber. And again, this is not part of this was not initially part of this program, but we throw in bonuses, so you can't miss out. That 250 for the year is really minimum. I paid 10, 12, 15,000 for a mentorship program. So this really from the chamber is cost savings, but the value of it is priceless. It's really for what you glean and get out of this program is incredible. So thank you. Christy, I don't want to you are my co-host,
Yeah,
so I'm not
no,
trying to take over all the
yeah,
conversation.
no, absolutely. And I'm hearing all these wonderful things about facing these challenges and obstacles, and kind of wanted to delve into a little bit of, have either one of you been able to use any of the resources from SCORE or the Small Business Development in your work with your mentor? And because we do have those resources available to us through the chamber. So have you just been working with just that mentor, or are you able to do more in the past month? I know it's only been a month, but
I haven't yet. And the reason for that is before going even further outside of, let us get to what it is that we're trying to solve for. So the resources are there. For example, my next action plan is to put my customer base into buckets, talk about marketing strategies, talk about my return on the investment, talk about the expenses. So once we get to that final number, then we'll say, okay, what else can we do? What else can we use to bring it in and to close any gaps that we have?
Right.
So we're now in
so
the
now
uncovering phase.
yeah, Nolly, you're working on personas of what your different customer base looks like. And so that's what it sounds like, is you're bucketing your customers, you're coming up with a persona of who that customer is and how to work towards serving them the best. So that's definitely a practice that everybody likes to put in the corporate world as well too. So that's a really good way to do that. So and Lisa, what about you on any kind of the small business resources?
I have worked with SBDC in the past last year,
Okay.
but and I've actually spoken to a SCORE mentor last year and the year before as well. But this year, or since I've started the mentorship program, I haven't done that. And similar, Nolly, to what you were saying, my thought is that I would rather go deep than wide. And so I am looking to really dig deep into what I'm doing with my mentor, work the strategies and the tactical plans that we have been discussing and come up with, and then I can expand. But I definitely want to get those roots established.
Yeah, that's a good plan, because you want to have that one voice right now that's pouring into you. And as long as they're adding value, you don't want to open it up at this point and get too much confusion going on. So stay focused. Because I know, Lisa, your word is intentionality this year, right?
It is.
Yes. So then you need to be intentional and focus what you're doing with the one mentor for right now, at least with this one program. And again, yes. And as we measure it out to see your success and your progress, then we can go beyond that. But we do have a lot of resources. Thanks, Christy, for that. But at this point, we want to really make this mentoring program a success to the mentors and the mentees, both actually, so we can encourage others to participate in this program. Because if this program is successful, just think how many other businesses we can help.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Chris. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, absolutely. So just thinking about this first month that you have been in and your level of participation, it sounds like y'all have been very proactive, and you're mentors have been very proactive of getting with you and just learning each other. Is there any kind of areas maybe in your needs and goals that you, the communication could improve in that? Or it sounds like great experiences. So, just is there anything that can be improved in the process?
You know, as I've said before, Christy, I've been on both sides of the table, and I've learned that it's the mentee that drives the relationship, really. So, because I know that, I make sure that there's always communication. Whatever is going on, I will update my mentor. I will send them updates. We talk outside of that scheduled meeting because at the end of the day, we're building relationships as well. So it's not just, okay, a once a month cadence. That's when you know the mentor. You want to also be a resource. I'm thinking, okay, how can I help my mentor as well?
Mhm.
What skill set do I have that she can benefit from? So the communication piece for me is good because I make sure that I'm the one that's driving that.
Awesome. What about you,
That's
Lisa?
For me, I feel like I can do a better job and be more intentional about providing morale updates on what I'm doing, do check-ins in the interim between the times that we meet. And again, I agree, it's only been a month, but I realize that that's something that I can improve. So intentionally, I will do that. So we have another meeting coming up next week, which I will be looking forward to. But in the meantime, I'm going to be more proactive about just sending him a note or doing a quick Zoom video chat just to do a catch up. And one of the things that I thought about, very similar to you, Nali, I think there's a lot of that across this program, is thinking about how I can be of help to my mentor, because those things aren't mutually exclusive. He helps me and I don't help him. So I feel like I can be a good referral source for him. And as you mentioned, Nali, as well, I have a skill set that I may be able to help him if he has projects where he has project managers and maybe he needs some additional resource, and I can jump in and help. But I can certainly be a good referral partner for him.
Oh, awesome. And that's how it should be. That's building that relationship. That's making sure that both groups or companies benefit from this, the mentor and the mentee. And you'll be connected after a year, you stay friends. It's not a one and done. I'm sorry. You will be connected after this year, especially if you put in, you have to put in more than give more than you take. And that's the key piece right there. You give more than you take, and you really get the benefits out of this program. So that way you can be a bonus add or a value add to others as well. So,
That's
Chrissy,
correct.
anything else you got? Or wait a minute, ladies, anything you have to say to us other than just responding to what we're talking about? Share your thoughts.
Yes.
Well, I'll start if
Okay.
I can.
Absolutely.
One thing that I thought about, I wondered if it would be a value add to
Okay.
our program as we go forward. If I love the fact, Nolly, that your mentor came and observed you in your environment and gave you feedback on that. And I wondered if there's also opportunity for the mentees to job shadow, if you will, the mentors and see how they actually put the theory into practice, right? How they actually go and talk with their prospective clients, or even how they talk to their current clients to keep that relationship thriving. So I wonder if that would be of value and be of help to both the mentor and the mentee.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry
so.
yeah,
Go ahead.
that's a
Go
good
ahead now.
idea. I actually like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because it's all about modeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to come to me and you're watching me, but man, me seeing what you're doing, you modeling and say, hey, here is how you do this. Here is how you walk this out. Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's brilliant. That's a brilliant suggestion.
Well, with this program, we give you the minimum to do. So guess what? look, you'll be asking your mentors,
That's
is it
right.
possibility that you could job shadow them? We're good with that. Whatever you guys establish beyond the minimum. We set a minimum just so we don't overwhelm people, whether it's the mentor or the mentee, we want to bring them in, build that relationship, establish that. And at that point, we only have a minimum of meet once a month, right? Via Zoom for 8 months and then 4 in person. That's our minimum. And the first one was the workshop. The last one would be the graduation part, and then 2 in between as far as in person. But that's minimum. If you want to go beyond that, which I think that's brilliant, Lisa, that's awesome, then ask your mentor. I'm sure Morale would definitely have you come there, as well as I know Danita would definitely allow you to come with her as well. But thanks for putting that out there. We can offer that suggestion to others if they want to do that. But I'm sure it shouldn't be any issue. But those are the type of things you establish with your mentor, that extra going above and beyond. That's how you succeed, because you don't know unless you ask, right?
Yes.
Intentional, Lisa, intentional.
That's it.
So let me know what your response is going to be later when you talk to them, okay?
I will.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, both of you, which I already know those two. They're wonderful. They'll say yes anyway, but but that's a good
Nice.
suggestion. I love that.
It is
Okay,
it's a good,
go ahead, Christy.
yeah, it's a good suggestion. Um, you know, we keep saying you're just a month into it, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, as you have moved through this program, and I heard a little bit of this, I think Lisa kind of alluded to it. You had specific goals when you came into the program. So, how has your mentor helped you focus on those goals? Have those goals changed? What changed about it? And I think Lisa, you spoke to it a little bit on that, but just kind of tell us how your goals have focused in the first month.
Okay, sure. I will start. So my goal initially was to just understand how to identify clients that need my service, that value my service, and I'll go forth from there. That's a very vague and high level goal, but that's where I started, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he met me where I was. And as we talked about more specific, and again, the word tactical things to do, I realized that there is a process behind engaging with people, building
Mm-hmm.
those trust relationships, and being able to understand what their needs are so you can see where you can add value. So I went from very kind of vague and high level to,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is a very intentional thing that I can do. So as I have progressed over this last month, I have first felt more confident and empowered to actually talk to people in networking situations. Where I went to a great business conference last week, which was the South Metro Development Opportunity Conference. Lots of
Mm-hmm.
people there from Henry County and everywhere. And so I noticed the change in me where there were vendors and there were other people there, and going up and talking to them and just saying, hey, I'd like to have the opportunity to understand, do you do business with small businesses like me? What is the process for me to get engaged with you, to understand what you're working on, and to see if there's a way for me to be of value to you? Whereas in the past, I wouldn't have done that. I would have been much, much more circumspect. And I realized that we're all here for business. So listening to Morel and understanding how his advice on, how to engage and do that personal touch has given me that confidence to go forward in that way.
Awesome. Wow.
Nice. That's amazing. And mine is similar to Lisa's about, I mean, we all set these SMART goals, but
Mm-hmm.
within those, that specific piece. And drilling down to that, I remember in one of my earlier conversations with Danita, she said to me, you need to know where your customers are, this target that you're trying to get to, and how are you going to get there?
Yeah.
So we talked through how do I talk about the different products that I offer at my agency? And I can't just say, okay, this is for everybody.
Mm-mm.
No, I have to go where they are. She gave different examples about golfers or different panels or just different things about going to that target market. So that has really helped me tremendously. So we're narrowing down the pyramid is upside down. So it went from this. So now I'm kind of like reverse engineering. She's helping me
Mhm.
with that. And we're starting at the tip and then we're trying to get to that place where I want to get to.
You know, I want to recommend a book to you guys. I just started reading it and it is incredible. Just what you just said, now, Nally. It was just what you had said, and I'm reading it's Million Dollar Consultant. It's the name of this book. And what it is from Alan Weiss, Weiss, Million Dollar Consulting. When I say this book is life changing on what you two are talking about, it really focuses. It's simple too. It's simplistic, and it really focuses on just what you're stating. You have to go where they're at and go to the people who are willing to pay. Don't
That's
waste your
right.
time with people who are not willing to invest in themselves or who's not ready to scale. You know, and it tells you how to identify people who are ready to offer what you have. Because first you have to see what is their problem, what is their pain point, you know, what is their needs. So now you're unique to fill that. So it's not just identifying your customers that way, but you do have to know what it is you're ready to offer them and be specific with that to fulfill their need. Because once you do that and they're willing to pay, they'll pay you, and they'll pay you
Mhm.
the value you are worth, and you don't have to discount it. But you're right.
That's
You have to be
true.
in, yes, you have to be, go to them and be in that room with that particular client base. So you hit the hammer on the nail. Danita definitely advised you correctly, but read that book, order that book.
I will.
Um, yeah, it's good. I get it in Auto too. I get both. I'm getting a hard copy in Audible because Audible helps me with traffic. So when I'm riding down in traffic, it
Yes,
doesn't bother me because I'm listening to Audible. So
That's
you're right.
good.
exactly. So I'm not getting frustrated with drivers. So no, I just wanted to recommend
Thank
that
you
for
for
you.
that. Thank you for that,
Yes.
Judy. Also, another interesting thing that my mentor mentioned is that a lot of small businesses, they're
Mm-hmm.
focused on the product. So remember, I
Yes.
just said, hey, you know what, these are the products, how can I get? But Danita helped me by saying, you're offering a solution.
Yes, you are
You're not offering a product. You are,
correct.
but you're actually offering a solution. We did
Correct.
a little role play with how to get to that solution. What does that conversation look and feel like? And that was a game changer as well.
Yeah, you're solving a problem, offering a solution. You're absolutely right. And that's what you, and it's about the people, because
Yes,
that's that relationship too, because people do business with who they know, like, and trust.
that's right.
So you're building a relationship. So, because in my past, I used to sometimes, here's my business card. I do this, I do that. And that is not the way to do it. I learned fast that is not the way to do it. So it's like, how can I serve you? And let me hear about your business. What's going on? You know, how can I be any kind of assistance? Just like what you said, Lisa, you went in right away saying you were going to refer some clients to Morel. You know, that's it. You offered him something. You know, you didn't go in and say, I just, hey, I want to work for you, or I want to, you know, contract under you, and he don't know who you are whatsoever. And that's what we sometimes do. I know I made that mistake when I first started, but not anymore. I'm here to serve. And the more you serve and the more you give, it's reciprocity. You will get it back. You know, it will come back to you, maybe not by that person, but it'll come back to you one way or the other. So that's why you ladies are incredible. That's how I just want to say you are both incredible. And it's an honor to serve with you, you know, and to serve you because I appreciate you joining the mentorship program. Um, Not because I've created the program, you know, but no, it's just an honor to have you a part of it because you can make this program so much better. Just because we created it this way, you know, you could take it to a whole different level, and it's the perfect group to help us do that. elevated. Like you said, Lisa, you just mentioned about having the mentees go and shadow the mentors, things of that nature. I mean, I'm making notes. Trust me, I am. And so it's great that you just adding value, and this helps serve the community, the business community, and the community in general, because we need that collaborate. My word for the year is collaboration. I'm focused on collaborating more because we have gotten too siloed and we have gotten too far apart from, we need to come together more. It's greater in numbers, and just having conversation with the three of you proves that point, that it's just been invaluable. I'm sorry. Let me
That's
get off
good.
my,
The
I
thing is
can
that, Judy, the thing, if it's important, you find a way, right?
yes, absolutely.
And it can't be more important to the chamber than to me as a business owner. And I'm
Mhm.
sure Lisa would agree with this. So if you're putting in the time, I need to put in the time. If you're doing 5 hours, I need to do 10 hours because this is
Yes,
my business. So when
correct.
you talk to other business owners and they're like, oh, my business is not going great, da 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 da. Okay, how many hours do you put in? How many hours do you spend working in your business? How many hours do you spend working on your business?
Mhm.
So the important thing is that it also has to matter to the business owner as well,
It
because you
does.
can't want it more for us than what we want for ourselves.
Absolutely. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. Because this is an investment in you,
That's
not
right.
just the resources as far as your funding of the 250, but it's an investment in you and your business to take it to the next level. You have access to other experienced leaders. I mean, we have Sharon Ponder from Bennett. Why wouldn't more people want to be a part of that? She has so much experience in that business, and she grew with that business from when they were smaller, woman-owned business to where they are globally now. You have access to that, and you didn't want to put 250 in to be a part of that. And like you said, we have some incredible mentors that are, every mentee I speak with, they just have nothing but great things to say about their mentor and the relationship. But they're great mentees as well because they're putting in the work. They're meeting with their mentors. They're doing what the mentors are advising them to do, or, working towards their business. And that's the piece that's going to make you successful. Sorry, go ahead,
Yeah.
Christy. I can go on and on. This is a passion of
Okay.
mine. I'm affiliated with John Maxwell. I mean, mentorship, I take it to a whole different level. I just love helping people. I've trained around the world globally. This is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about. I love to do it, and I'm glad to be a part of this. And I love to see other businesses thriving and us collaborating together. That's just incredible. That's my heart. So sorry about that. Go ahead. Lisa, you got anything to say?
Well, as Nolly was talking, I thought about something that occurred to me a little while ago, is that I would love to have the opportunity, if it's appropriate for our program, whether it's the mentees in a class with Judy, I'm volunteering Judy, or a class with the mentors and the mentees, for each of us to understand and create a sales funnel for ourselves
Mhm.
and really walk through what that looks like Nolly, you're building the personas. I've done that as well with my business model canvas, but there's so much more that I can really dig into and understand more about the sales funnel, how it works, build one for myself as well as all the mentors do that, or mentees rather do that, and walk through what it really looks like and how it really works and help us understand the theory, but also put it in practice by practicing during that class time. So I would love to see that if you feel like that would be of help to others.
Okay, now that you gave me more assignment.
But
Okay,
Judy,
yes,
I heard you mention you use the investment amount.
yes.
And honestly, when I heard and saw I said, this is it, that's it. So I wouldn't even talk about the investment amount because it's so negligible, right? You when you divide it down, it really should be higher.
Yes, it
Um,
should be. I
so
agree.
I'm glad that I'm in the first group, so I get the discounted amount, but that investment amount is negligible.
I agree. No, I agree with you but it just depends on each individual because we've had some thought it was too much money. They wanted it to be free. And that's the thing. So it's value added. That's the only reason I brought it up because a lot of people who have maybe never been exposed to mentoring programs, or because of the chamber do offer a lot of free programs. And that's what people kind of look for. They think it should be free and not any payment to it. So, but Kaiser Permanente they donate it, but it's more that goes into the donation as well. So it takes a lot more to run the program, not just and the money really we wanted that as a commitment for people to invest in themselves because if you put value to it and you pay for something, usually you do more work because you got a stake in the game. That's the purpose of that as well. So we want to make sure you're committed because it's a year commitment. Years now go by so fast, but it's a year commitment, and as we go along now, as we shape it more and listening to Lisa keep adding more to my list. But as we develop it out more and add more to it, yes, the cost probably will go up because it's a cost to that, cost to my time because me putting into it as well, just the energy and so it's a lot to develop these type of programs as well. So that's why I mentioned it now,
Okay.
Nayli.
And another thing that I like about the program is that so we have a community communication, I think it's on WhatsApp, that I
Mm-hmm.
think, Judy, you created
Yep.
for
Yep.
the mentees. I don't know if there's one for the mentors as well, but that's also another avenue to
Mm-hmm.
connect with other mentees and say, hey, what's going on? Even if it's
Mm-hmm.
just to shoot the breeze, because we're a community and that's
Mm-hmm.
what we do. And sometimes we're looking for an answer outside of a group, but it's already there. So
Correct.
I like that you have that group
Group me.
page. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, group me.
Group me. Yes.
Well, we're trying to see how it goes with the mentees first. Then I'll reach out to the mentors to see if they're okay to be added to that group. And then that way we can do that too. So once the mentors give, because they're extremely busy. I didn't want to put too much on their plate as well. But we'll see how that goes. But I want to see the engagement with the mentees first before I add the mentors to it.
Okay.
And then you're right. We will get together with the mentors. Probably 6 month time frame would be better to bring everybody together to see how we're doing, and to be able to glean from that and what each other is learning. And that may be a good time at that point to look at a sales funnel, perhaps too, Lisa. So we'll just see how we progress into this because we're at the start of it right now. And then we have another program, the Henry County Chamber have another one starting in June timeframe. So we already got 10 mentees signed up for it. And we had another 10 that we had to, um, put them on a wait list. Let's put it that way. So we got over 20 people already on this list. So trying to find mentors as well, but we want to keep it small enough that it's affected and impactful, So you guys are the stars of this program and you're going to show the success of it and hopefully other chambers may come on board and do this in their communities as well.
Nice.
Christy, I'm sorry, go ahead. You could
No, that's
jump
okay.
on in.
I've got all these questions, and then we really have talked about just about everything. I'm just really excited a year from now to see where your businesses have grown, and that's all across the board of everybody that's in the program, because I am hearing so many good things about the program, and even just hearing some of the mentors talk about the program and what their mentees are doing. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I have a source for that, or I have a source for that. So even us kind of outside of the process, but still in the chamber, as we're hearing about it, it's, you know what? I need to reach out to that person and introduce myself because they're needing something that I know something about. And so, it it's helping because we're hearing that in our chamber board meetings. We're hearing the effects of this already. And so, it really is opening up more than just those in the program to think about sharing our experiences with others to help others succeed, because that's why we're here.
Yes.
So I'm really
And one
excited about that.
one thing you said, Christy, which stood out to me, is that you talked about growing your business, right? How the
Mhm.
business has grown.
Yes.
But so far, I have grown.
That's true.
And so as
Personal
an
development.
individual, I have grown. And
Yeah.
therefore, because if I'm not growing, of course, you just rot and die. But in order for my business to grow, it starts with me.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
even so I've grown tremendously, and I'm able to now replicate that from the individual part to my business and to my staff.
Awesome. Well, we got 2 more mentors in January for sure. So maybe Christy, we'll have her join us in June to be a mentor. So I'm already putting it out there, Christy, June. So no, this has been awesome. So we're coming to a wrap. Let me see if Barbara have any questions on Facebook or any questions with our webinar. Barbara? Let me see if she puts it in chat. Any questions? So far, nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with that said, ladies, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time out to come and speak with us about this important topic as well as this great program. So we look forward to more dialogue or more communication and conversation in regards to this. And then feel free to share your take with other people when you're out, especially when you're ribbon cuttings as well as any kind of other chamber events that we have going on. Please, by all means, share with them on your experience and, with your mentors and everything that you have been doing and how you have been growing. We would really appreciate that. So before I go, any other questions or from you, from the audience? Well, not the audience. She said nobody has questions, but from the panel, any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I want to thank you, Judy and Christy, for just making time to have this forum. Lisa, it's a pleasure to see you again and looking forward to a great relationship. I endorse this mentoring program, and I think it's one of the best programs so far. I've already had a return on my investment in just a few meetings that I've had. So thank you for that. And thank you for the focus that you have on the growth of all our businesses. It was a pleasure to have been here with you today.
Awesome. Lisa, any words for you?
I echo the sentiment about thanking you all for having the mentor and mentee relationship program, because it's a relationship program, right? As we are learning to grow relationships with our prospective and our current clients, we are in relationship with each other, the chamber, all of us, the mentors, mentees. That makes such a difference. And I have to say that Divine Providence. I don't know if Divine Providence was named Judy, Joe, and Christy and Barbara, but however you matched us up with our mentors, again, job well done. And I hope to grow during, and I have already, but I will continue to grow during this year. And I look forward to potentially being a mentor for you in the next year so that I can reach over and help others as well, because that's important to me as well. So thank you. And as we grow and as we learn, I am happy to tell the world, especially as I go around Henry County and Atlanta, about our program, because we really do have one of the most robust chambers in our
Yes,
area, and
absolutely.
it really makes a difference. So thank you for that.
And thank you, Kaiser Permanente, for your sponsorship with the Business Resource Center, the mentorship program. Thank you for the community dialogue. We appreciate you for everything that you do. Kaiser Permanente is an amazing organization. And we just want to say thank you. And Thomas, thank you. Chrissy?
Absolutely, yeah. We Kaiser does so much for the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. They sponsor this community dialogue, the mentor program, the Business Resource Center. So we do definitely want to thank them, and want to thank Judy for doing everything for us, because Judy is very active in the community, and this mentor program is what it is because Judy suggested it, got involved, and started doing that. So it's great to be a part of the Henry County Chamber of Commerce, and so just want to encourage more people, if they're not members, to look into us and to join.
Yes, thank you. And we appreciate everybody for joining us. So everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next month in April. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.